Okay, so here is how you do these documents. You're going to get an email and it's going to come straight to your email. Just download that. That's it, okay? What you're going to see in there, I'm going to show you what each document is. I'm going to show you how to fill it out. I'm going to show you how to sign it. I'm going to show you how to store this thing. If you don't follow these instructions correctly, this whole thing won't be valid, no matter how simple I'm trying to make it for you. It won't be valid. So please stick with me here. I'm going to give you play-by-play instructions. I've got my notes, I've got the documents here. I'm doing this as quick and impromptu as I can just to make sure you get this, so there's no excuses that you didn't get it done right. Okay, so first, here we go. When you get this, you're going to get 3 things, okay, in your packet. There's going to be 3 pages. You see that? 3 pages, okay? First page is just instructions. That's all it is. Instructions, you're going to read through that, and that's going to tell you, that way you've got something to tell you what to do besides just this video. Second page and third page, these are 2 different wills. That's it. They're both the 1-page will, okay? Very simple. And what you got here, one of them, right next to my finger there, is going to say, I am unmarried. And the other one in the same spot is going to say, I am married. So pick the correct one, okay? Pick the correct one, whichever one's for you. Now you have to be legally married for that to be true, if you want to use the married one. If you're life partners, congratulations, but you can't use the married one. You have to use the single one. Okay, so here we go. Otherwise, they're both the same. All right, so I'm going to go through the unmarried one. Okay, what you want to do is you want to write and print neatly your name right there, last will and testament of your name, so Francisco Servent. And then you're going to say I, and the first blank you're going to put your name, I, Francisco Servent again. And it says a resident of, and you're going to put what city you live. So, you know, Chandler or Mesa or Tempe, whatever. Revoke any prior wills and codicils by me and declare this to be my last will and testament. That means this is your last will and testament. This 1 page when you're done, okay? This is going to say what you want. I'm unmarried, if that's true. I have the following children, okay? If you have children, whether you like them or not, you need to list them right here. Truly and factually, legally, you have to list them all. Just put their names, comma, their name, comma, their name, comma. Squeeze them all into that white space. If you have a bunch, just squeeze them in there. That's fine. Print, make it as legible as you can. I give, devise, and bequeath the residue of my estate. That means basically everything. Okay, this is a simple, get you through it will for the time being. Outright and free of trust to the following. Now I've given you 2 options there. Okay, most, kind of the standard thing that happens, I don't know, maybe not most, but more than 50% of the time, you can just, you know, for people that applies to my children in equal shares. You can just check that box, okay? And that's it. Or if that's not what you want, then I've given you another checkbox and you can write something in on the line there. Whatever you write in there, though, be careful. There's so many varieties of what you might say and how you might say it. If you get it wrong, it can make this whole thing implode. So just be careful if you want to do something besides that. Don't use this. You're not using this area to say, I want Sally to get my jewelry and I want Tommy to get my watch and I want you. That's not what this is. This is a simple 1-page will that doesn't have that kind of customization, okay? If you want to do that, you can, and I encourage you, if that's important to you, get that done. But this is a 1-page valid will, doesn't do that, okay? And then it has some other boilerplate right there. The next blank, I nominate blank. Okay, it says right there, I nominate blank. That's where you're going to name your executor. So that's the person who's going to take care of administering all your affairs, of carrying out your wishes. They're your executor. They're your personal representative in Arizona. That's where you got to print their name, right in that line right there. They don't need to agree to that job right now. You can just put who you think is best. If you're married and you put your spouse there, you can put your spouse there. If you're not married, you can put a child. They have to be over 18. You can put your best friend. You can put whoever. You just put somebody there that you trust to carry out your wishes, okay? Now, if you have children and any of them are under 18, if they're 18 and over, it doesn't matter. But if you have any of them that are under 18, then you want to check this box. I have a minor child, I have minor children, and therefore nominate blank as guardian. Now that means that if something happens to you, this person will be charged to raise your kids for you, okay? That's a big decision, but you know, God forbid, and with a little bit of luck, it's not gonna be necessary anytime soon. But you wanna put something in there if you have minor kids, so go ahead and put their name there. You don't wanna put two names, like don't put my brother John and his wife Sally. Just put your brother John, okay? This is a simple will just to get something done right now. Just do one name for now. As guardian, okay, my personal representative may perform every act necessary to administer my estate. And that's it. Okay, then we get to the signing, okay? Review that first part if you need to review what's happening up here. Okay, let's move on to signing. Do not sign your name down here. You'll see there's a signature line right here and there's witness signatures. Don't sign these yet. Wait until you have your witnesses literally sitting in the room with you, okay? Now, again, you're going to put I, and you're going to put on that first line there, you're going to put I, your name, whatever your name is, you know, Francisco Servant. I, the testator, sign my name to this instrument, and here is where you're going to do the date in this field. I, this, you know, 2nd day of April, or whatever date you do there. And then down here, you're going to put the rest of the year, 2020. Okay. And do declare that this is your last will and testament. Okay. So you got to date that. Now, once you have your witnesses with you in the room, okay, you need to, you are the testator. You print your name right there on that second line below. Print that. And then sign here, whatever your legal signature is. Okay, it can be messy, it can be whatever, but just your legal signature, that's why you print it below. And then you have the witnesses print their names right here and right here. Then also have them print down here, okay, under these two lines, have them print their names, and then they sign their names right here. What they are doing is they are saying, we saw you sign this document. We believed you were of sound mind and that nobody was holding a gun to your head making you do this, okay? That, if you sign, they sign, once you've got this thing is immediately valid. It doesn't have to wait for a lawyer to bless it. It doesn't have to wait for the court to bless it. It's immediately a valid last will and testament. And it also revokes any prior last will and testaments that you may have done, okay? That's it. Now, if you're married, you're probably going to say, you know, let me just show you real quick the married, because there's a little difference. So I am married to, and you're going to name your spouse there. Okay, I want you to do that. And then it's going to say here, first you give your residue of your estate to your spouse. Okay, that's going to be pretty typical. And then it's going to go down to kids or whatever else you fill in. That's the only other difference on the married one. Do not try to use this one if you are unmarried. Don't use this with your boyfriend, girlfriend. Don't use this with a life partner. No matter how long you've been life partners, do not use this. It will put the whole validity of this thing into question, and it could be easily thrown out. So if you're not legally married, don't use this. Okay. And then the rest of it's the same. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, okay, I want to make sure I covered this. If you don't have kids, that's fine. Just on the kid line where it tells you to name your kids up here, I have the following children, just put not applicable. You don't have kids. Cool. Put not applicable. And then you're just going to check the box for your beneficiaries and fill in whatever you want to do there. Your niece, your nephew, whoever it is. Charity, whatever you want. Okay? No problems there if you don't have kids. Okay, now, I want to make sure this is a one-page will. I've never done a one-page will before. I just realized that right now, you know, this thing might go away tomorrow. This whole coronavirus thing might go away tomorrow, and that'd be great, right? We would all want that. There's some people out there, even some of the government officials, who think this is going to get worse. And I realized that with what we do, estate planning, that we should be out helping more people plan. And if I could help people get a quick one-page will done, it's better than nothing. It's not the whole comprehensive, it's not going to save you on taxes. It's not going to keep your kids from, losing their inheritance in divorce, or if they file bankruptcy. It's not going to avoid probate even, right? But this will, if you can use this to get your wishes known, then this is going to make it easier for your family to be able to take care of business. They're going to have to likely use the probate process, but this one-page will let them use one of the more informal procedures, which is a little easier, right? That'll let things be simpler for them. So I realized, it just hit me over the weekend. Oh my gosh, we should get this. We should push this out. We should make this available for free. And so that's why I'm doing that. That's why we created it. We threw up this quick web page. And I encourage you, if you know anybody else who needs this, send this to them. Tell them to come to freearizonawills.com and download their own and create their own. Let them get the benefit of all these videos and get their own setup. Okay. Now, what the other thing that this does not do is, if you have beneficiaries on your life insurance or on your IRA accounts, or if you put like a child joint on a bank account or something like that, the will does not trump those things. Those things will still be in place. This will only takes care of things that don't have that kind of beneficiary. So this does not override those things as a general rule. If you have other wishes, if you want something more custom than what this provides, I guess you have two options here. You're welcome to call our office. We have a 10x no probate guarantee when we do this and create trusts and stuff for our clients. We're the only firm that does that, and I recommend you look for some kind of no probate guarantee. You're welcome to call our firm. Obviously, that's not the intent here. The second option that I would suggest is get this done. Get this done now, because you probably procrastinated to some extent. Well, let's get this done now. And you can knock this out quick and just as soon as you get home, print it out, fill it out, get a couple friends over to act as witnesses and sign it. Get it done. Because then when you've got a little bit more time and a little bit more, room to breathe, maybe that's when you come and put together a trust, or put together some tax savings, or some more pieces that let you customize really, and not just make the bare wishes known, like that bare minimum, but actually make things really simple for your family. Actually give them a gift, something that they'll go, wow, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Mom, Dad, you gave us a gift. And so that's probably what your next step is. So I would say do this one first, get this done, knock it out, and then let us follow up and see what else you need, if you need something more custom. Okay, I just threw down some quick notes this week, and I want to make sure I hit them all. I think, who can be your witnesses? I've got it on the instruction sheet. So you'll see in here, I've got some information on here about who can be your witnesses. They have to be over the age of 18, and they themselves have to be of sound mind. So those are the two bare minimum requirements. I recommend that they not be a beneficiary under your will, and they not be related to you at all. That's what I would suggest to make it even a little bit better. You want them to be pretty as independent as possible, okay? You get that done, you get this thing signed, you get it signed by your witnesses, then here's how I want you to store it. No, okay, first and biggest rule, this original thing that you actually sign on, that you actually sign down here on the bottom line, the original with wet ink signatures, that is your will. Do not lose it. Put it somewhere safe. Now, I don't want you to lock it up somewhere that nobody can find it. Put it somewhere safe, reasonably safe, okay? Stick it in a file cabinet, in a folder labeled Last Will and Testament. That's good enough. You want people to be able to find this when they need it, okay? Now, number two, if you want, we have set up, we have set up a special email address right here. You can see it on the instruction sheet. expresswill@keystonelawfirm.com. If you want us to store a copy of it, just take a picture with your phone and email it over to that. Just put your name or something in the subject line and we'll archive it with your file. No problem. That's easy for us to do. We've got the right kind of security and backup systems to do that. We can do it for 12 months. That's just a thing my malpractice insurance will require me to tell you. We will store it for 12 months. I commit that to you. So for at least a year, you've got that on file with the law firm, okay? That's it. You'll be a client of our firm. So you can throw that around. And you will have this basic thing done to be able to get at least some level of protection for your family. I hope this gives you some peace of mind kind of amidst this chaotic, this kind of chaos that's floating around. I encourage you, don't read too much into the news. Don't spend your time on social media. Investigate this information proactively and do what you need to do to protect your family. I don't believe the sky is falling. I don't believe that this is going to wipe out our country or our world. I believe that this is going to be like the many, many things that have come before. It's a unique moment in time. I don't believe this is an unprecedented experience. I believe we have good plans in place. I believe our local, state, and federal governments are doing the right things. I believe different big companies are doing the right things. So just take the precautions you need to take, but don't go crawl under a hole and not live your life. You've got to do things to protect and love and care for your family. So for me, Francisco, and all of us at Keystone Law Firm, wish you and your family all the best, and God bless you.